Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Welcome to the Big
gamers.
Soup podcast. I am your host,
Alright.
Big. Here are my co-hosts, Soup and Yup.
Yo.
So we're naming this podcast "Big Soup Yup," right? Like we're naming this episode that.
Yeah, that's the name of this
Yes.
episode. Is Big Soup Yup, and the audience will not get an explanation.
They
Big
get no
Soup?
context for why we are named this.
All right.
Oh fuck.
Joining the fucking live stream. Yo, forgot to do that.
Yup.
Yeah, me too. For a second, playing Hollow Knight, huh?
This is going to be hilariously scuffed. I haven't played this in over a week, and I have a broken ass controller that disconnects and it fucks with my audio. So
So you
know,
picked the right game, is what it sounds like.
yeah, I picked the best, incredibly technical game to play.
Yeah,
I
I'm
heard
glad
you
you
were.
chose.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm glad you chose the controller that fucks with your audio on a podcast.
I mean,
So,
I literally don't have a choice until my Bluetooth adapter gets here. So
God.
So I heard you were speedrunning this game, eh?
yeah.
Oh, give me a second. For some reason, my OBS glitched out.
Oh shit.
We still have the audio. It's just slowing down my computer. I was just checking to see it was still recording.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it sounds like you're lagging out a bit on our end.
All right. Okay, technical difficulties over with. All right, so you're speedrunning,
Woohoo.
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be as fast as possible. Once I get to a certain point, I'm just going to commit to the run because we're not going to have time for another one. So
Oh. Are you doing this
Right.
for a particular reason, like achievements or something, or just for fun?
I just really like this game.
Oh, how many times have you played it?
I did like a really high percent playthrough, like true ending,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've been speedrunning. So
Oh, cool. When'd you start playing it?
I picked this game up early 2020, I think.
Ah, nice.
Took me a while to finish it.
When did it come out again? Aren't they making a sequel? Those are two questions, but
The game came out 2016, 2017, and there is a sequel in the works, which looks very, very good.
well, that's good.
Oh, I'm looking at the release date.
But much like Elden Ring,
Alright.
which I'm also waiting for, it doesn't exist. So
Didn't a bunch of
Alright,
Elden
come
Ring
on.
gameplay like recently leak?
a supposed trailer leaked. I don't know how much to trust it.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I think I posted it in the Discord.
How did you feel about it?
If it's a real trailer, pretty cool.
Mhm.
If not, at least it's better than the Dark Souls 5 leaks.
Dark Souls, didn't they miss one?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what.
wasn't it?
Dude, that was actually the funniest leak of any video game I've ever seen. It was so good.
Is this like a Windows 9 situation or like what's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the leak actually myself. It's just like my only question is why does it, with these leaks, why does the person taking the video always look like they're having sex while they're taking it?
Maybe they are, Julian. Did you never consider that?
Yeah, that's how they got in there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I see. So they're just like, the CEO of From Software, he's he lets it.
Miyazaki himself. They climbed up a ladder in front of him, dude.
Yeah, they climbed the corporate ladder using sexual favors, and they find.
Oh no, like a literal ladder. Miyazaki has a ladder fetish.
Oh.
It's
Is
not a,
that a known fact?
It was lost on me. I guess it's a
Dark-
Dark Souls joke, but it was lost.
if
on
you
me.
played Dark Souls 1, you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've only played like the first 15 minutes of Dark Souls 1. It's not that I did not like the game. It's just that I think I was like, I moved and I didn't bring my console with me. Like I went to college and then I just forgot about it for like a year. And then, yeah, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, I think I have it on my Steam wish list.
All right, so this weekend, right?
Mm.
My buddy Nick invited me up to go to UF with him, but Nick lives in USF, right?
Okay.
You might not have to use acronyms here, because only a few people know those, right?
Well, you don't have to give just say college, a college.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, when you
Because
start
the
with
acronyms
U,
just don't make sense.
you get this.
well, I know, but when you start with U, they can just look up the acronym and it tells them. But anyway, University of South Florida. I go to UCF, right?
Mhm.
University of Central Florida. They're approximately 2 hours from each other, right? So Friday, 5 p.m., right? I leave.
Mhm.
I go to pick his ass up and all his friends, right?
Right.
I get there by like 7,
Mm-hmm.
and we just like fuck around for an hour. I'm like, Nick, shouldn't we be going? Because I don't feel like driving at like midnight, right? So
Right.
we leave at like 10. We get there by 12 or some shit, right?
Okay.
We spend all weekend, just fucking hanging out, getting plastered, right?
What was your
And then
drink of choice, if I may ask?
they for some reason got like apple and peach vodka, which was like it was interesting.
Which was
It wasn't that great.
between apple and peach, which was better?
I only had like one shot of the peach. The apple was still better.
So
Nick
you're not
thought
a
it
big
was
fan of
gross,
peach
but
vodka?
no, I'm not.
I tried orange vodka over the weekend and actually pretty good. But anyways,
Yeah, I
continue.
don't know.
Unless you've tried it and you don't like it, but that's my opinion. Me and my friends seem to like it, but we were also several flasks in that, if you will.
Right.
So, anyways, continue your story.
Fucking. Anyway, I prefer regular vodka, but basically, so Saturday morning comes along, right? I wake up at like 11 p.m., right? Because we went to fucking bed at 4 a.m.
Oh God.
And I wake up at UF, and I'm like, I wake up in this dude's bed, because it's a dorm, right?
Yeah.
So there's two beds. I wake up in the bed next to the guy. So I'm like, I don't know who, because obviously the guy's like whoever's bed I'm sleeping in is another dude's, but he wasn't there. He was gone. So I don't know where the fuck he was.
Oh,
And fucking, I get out of there. I find Nick. Nick slept at the apartment that we were at. I wake up. So the only reason it's relevant that I woke up at 11 p.m. is because at around midnight that day, because we had hung out with my boys all weekend, right? We were playing sports. That's why my legs are sore as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And at midnight, right? All our UF friends are like, "No, we want to go to bed, bro. We're not gonna do anything anymore." So me and the USF guys go, "Well, whack, right?" And they all just go, "Fuck it. Why don't we just go to USF right now?"
Oh.
Right, which is a 2-hour drive.
That was a mogul move right here.
Okay.
Right. So I'm driving it from midnight to 2 a.m. back to USF, right?
Uh-huh.
So we get there at 2 a.m. They make me park at this Publix, a supermarket.
This is already like
But
like a goon. Like this is already giving off goon vibes. The story.
Right. So I parked there, like next to it. There's a stop sign next to it, and I parked there, and Nick takes me to his dorm. We just fuck around. We found like a party. I'm like, Nick, I don't want to drink just in case like I feel the need to drive home. Also because I don't want to be hungover when I'm trying to drive home tomorrow morning.
Right.
So we go to this party.
You go anyway. After saying you don't want to drink.
Well, I didn't want to drink. I just wanted to hang out.
Oh, okay. So you were down to go to the party. I see.
Right. So we go there. They tell us, "Oh, the ratio. There's like 20 girls here and like 3 dudes," and we're like, "Yes." And we get there. There's like 3 dudes with mullets, right?
Oh no! Oh no!
And there's like 2 women, and that's it.
Oh no! Yeah, that is unfavorable conditions.
Yeah, everyone hates me because they're like, "Oh, UCF," and I'm like, "The fuck? What did I do? I didn't even do anything." And we get there. I'm like, and then literally, because it's me and like 5 other dudes that just show up to this party, and they're like, "Bro, you're fucking with the ratio, bro." I'm like, "What do you mean fucking with the ratio?"
The mullet dudes were telling you that?
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God. The mullet dudes, bro, I guarantee you, bro, they didn't even talk to the other 2 women all night, I guarantee you, bro.
Nah, dude, they were playing beer pong with water, so,
Dude, that is not like that. That is legitimately one of the lamest sounding parties I've ever heard.
They were just blasting fucking, what's his face? The guy that ratted everyone out.
Fucking what's his name? Tekashi 69.
Yeah, Tekashi 69. Yeah, that one. Yeah, they were literally blasting that dude. I'm like, this place is fucking lame. Just get out of here. So we end up just like walking around. We get in this guy's truck. We're just fucking around.
You get in this guy's truck.
Yeah, we're just fucking around.
A random guy?
No, Nick knew him, but
oh, okay. I was about to say.
So at this point, Nick has been dragging me around the USF campus for 2 hours, right? I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. All I know is that Nick's the only person I know, and I just have to follow him, right? So at 4 a.m., Nick's like, Charles, you should get some sleep. And I go, okay, what the fuck are you gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna go get some sleep in my dorm. You're gonna sleep in this random dude's dorm in this empty bed that he has. And I go, I don't know this man. And you're just telling me to sleep next to him?
Yeah, it seems like a
And he
raw
goes,
deal.
yeah. And then I asked the dude, I'm like, do you like, because like somehow some story he was telling made it relevant to ask, do you just keep your door unlocked while you sleep? And he goes, yeah. And I go, are you fucking insane? You just keep your door unlocked. Anyway, so I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll sleep because I don't want to take the chance of driving home at 4 a.m. and getting home at like 5:30 in the morning, right?
Right.
And fucking some like random chick walks in because like the guy goes to like go fuck around with Nick at his dorm, and I'm trying to sleep.
Okay.
Right, I'm watching The Punisher on my phone, trying to go to sleep. And this random girl walks in. He's like, "Did they go already?" I'm like, "Yes."
That's awkward, bro. It's like not even your place, and some girl walks in looking for someone else, and you're just watching the fucking Punisher on your phone. It must be like the weirdest situation for like everyone involved.
Right. So here's the thing. I said I'm sitting in the. There's no windows in the place, so I'm sitting in the pitch black dark.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning, and she just asked me, "Did they go already?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh God.
And then I sit in the bed for 10 minutes, right, upright, just sitting. You know what I mean? Like, you know, elbows on my knees, hunched over, just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I go, do I take the chance of driving home at 4:30 in the morning when I haven't been asleep since 11 a.m. That, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go, fuck it.
Oh no. That doesn't sound like the best course of action.
Yeah.
And so Nick had to give me his mask because I had left my mask in my car like an idiot. And so I had his mask. I'm like, well, I can't give it back to Nick because I know he's asleep and I know he's going to try to stop me if I go and try to give it back to him. Plus, I don't know where the fuck his dorm is.
Oh. So that's a lost cause.
Right. So what I do is that there's the stop sign next to my car.
Okay.
I just tie his mask to the stop sign, send him a picture, and leave.
Did he find it?
He just told me he was too lazy to go find it this morning.
Oh, wow. Was it like one of those like reusable masks, or was it like a cloth mask?
It was like a cloth one, but it was like a really shitty cloth one. So I was doing him a favor, really.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Dude, there are some weird fucking people on the road at 5 in the morning. I have to tell you.
Elaborate.
Right. So I start driving home. It's from Tampa to Orlando, right?
Okay.
That's I think it's I-4. I think there's I-75. It's one of those roads. I think it's I-4.
Okay.
I start like there's this the first thing I see when I'm going when I get on the highway is this guy swerving all over the lanes. Like absolutely, like, I knew for a fact he was shit faced.
Yeah.
Like I don't even.
He was on that peyote, bro.
Yeah, no, the dude was not having it, right?
Ascending to another universe.
Right. And so me being the idiot, I'm like, well, I don't want to get stuck behind this guy, right?
Right.
I want to get ahead of him. But the guy decides, I'm going to be in the middle lane, right?
Right.
So that means he's swerving in between the middle lane and like the right lane and the left lane, right? He's swerving all over the place. I wait until he gets stable and I try speeding past him.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good idea.
Uh-oh.
Stupid idea. Because he almost swerves into my car.
Yeah, you're trying to thread the needle here, huh?
Right. So I mash the brakes so he swerves like, so he didn't hit me. And basically what I do is I'm like, then the alternative is so that he constantly knows where I am. I just hold on to the horn while I pass by him.
You just letting him know you're there.
So that he can actively know where I am, because I know for a fact he's not going to look.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets the fuck out of my way, and I go off. And yeah, so then I drove home. Friggin' trying to stay awake was interesting.
That did you ever have like a 30-second like zone out moment, and then you're like, holy fuck, how didn't I crash?
I was actually doing that on the way from UF to USF.
Oh, so at this point you were like in the Twilight Zone then.
Right. What I found out is that I'm like, maybe a mint will wake me up, right? Because maybe the sugar will hit my blood and I'll just, wake up a little bit. Because I hadn't eaten anything, right? And like since like 10 p.m.
Right.
So I just get that, and for some reason, just the fact of having something like that feels cold in your mouth just wakes you up instantly. Like it opens up everything.
Right. It's a shock.
Yeah, and I was actually able to I was actually perfectly fine the rest of the way home, just from the mint, which is
Nice.
interesting.
Well,
If anything, I should have just stopped for coffee, but
it was an overpowered mint.
yeah, no, those icebreakers, bro. I should have some.
Mint's OP,
Right.
please nerf.
What needs a nerf besides mints in real life? Like, what's too overpowered?
Billionaires.
Billionaires?
Yeah. Billionaires on cocaine.
That's a common one. Well, did you guys hear the conspiracy theory that Elon Musk died this weekend?
Was that a thing?
No, please elaborate.
There was just
Please go.
there was just like people. It was a meme basically. Like people were just like people just started tweeting Elon Musk is dead, and like putting up the memes of him entering the gates of heaven and all that shit. And, like, there was no merit to it whatsoever. They were just decided that he died. And
Based off his tweets, dude, based off his like recent tweets, I would not be surprised.
what did he tweet recently?
I don't know. He just tweets random fucking shit all the time. Like it feels like his post is a shitpost account at this point.
Yeah,
like because I know he got hacked. Like I thought he got hacked at some point,
Mhm.
but then he I didn't know when he stopped being hacked. That's the problem. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, no. A day ago, he tweeted, "Great band, too bad they broke up." And I think it's a picture of Thomas Edison and Nikolai Tesla, and
Yeah, I saw that.
And it has the AC/DC logo over them. So
Yes, I see that.
The man's still shitting. He's still alive. Only Elon Musk could post something so.
Doge spelled backwards
millennial.
EGOD.
What?
Doge spelled backward is EGOD. That's what he posted. Now I'm imagining that famous painting. You know that famous painting where it's like God's hand, like trying to touch the other dude's hand. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
Creation of Adam.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I'm imagining God's hand, except it has like skull rings and like skull rings and like silver rings on it.
Is that
It's
what
an
you
e-girl.
think? Is that what you think when you think EGOD?
Yeah, that's exactly that comes in my head.
Have you guys seen that they've been memeing Vision from what's it called, from WandaVision, because he was wearing the drip in like the last episode?
Yes.
No.
What is drip if not swag persevering?
Oh, you know what I
I do have a question.
What?
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to explain like the skips and tricks I'm doing as I do them?
Sure.
Or no?
If you're doing something cool, tell me.
Yeah. Well, nothing cool yet. Once I get dash, things get very cool.
Yeah, just interrupt us
So-
once you do something amazing. Until
I'm
then,
gonna do like an
fucking around.
AGDQ runner.
What was
So
that?
a new thing I discovered from my travels this weekend were there's this app called Poop Map.
Dude, that was okay. Dude, my brother started using that app before it was cool. Like him and his friends at Tennessee were using it like last semester of college, so like late last year. But no, dude, that app came up in conversation for me this weekend too, bro. This is so weird. This is like a deja vu moment for me, bro. The fucking Poop Map is just taking off, man. Anyways, continue your Poop Map story.
So I mean, so also I'm leading the leaderboard in my league right now, but
Oh, so you're shitting the most, or are you taking the biggest shits?
I'm shitting the most. It's not, you can't really rate size because it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, you rate quality, right? You give it like a 1 to 5 star rating of like the quality of your shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how the app works.
Yeah. Anyway, so you can join leagues where it's like, you know how like Final Fantasy or not Final Fantasy, fucking Fantasy
Final
Football.
Fantasy, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Final Fantasy
Yeah,
football.
everyone
That sounds
anime
amazing.
grunts, yeah.
No, like Fantasy Football fucking league. You know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
exactly. Yeah. It's like
about? Yeah, it's like that exactly.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies made one over the weekend.
How many people are in it?
First skip.
4 right now, but we still need to add the rest of them because some people weren't there.
I see, right. You need to expand the league.
It's so fucking stupid though. There's guys that like use things to like change their location. Some guy took a fucking shit in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And I was like,
It'd be funny if you went for the comment kinda wet.
I think he did.
Nice.
So fucking funny though. So stupid. Just
Poop
log
map.
your shit.
Yeah, my brother and his friends were going absolutely wild on that shit. Like their entire floor of like 19 dudes or something was like using it, and they were all rating like they were all leaving like extremely long, like robust comments about like the
Yes.
shit and like everything, and they were just like leaving like a paragraph, and they were like describing like the quality of their shit, and then like the like, you know, the quality of the bathroom, and there's like a poop, like obviously it's like a poop map, right? So like there's like a map, like you can see like the little like sort of pins in the map where somebody has taken a shit, and I think honestly my object, if I ever got that app, would be to shit in as many diverse locations as possible. You know, so
Right.
you have pins drop all over the fucking country. You know what I mean? Take a shit in every state.
Right.
Take a shit in every country. You know, like that'd
Yeah,
be a huge bucket list thing. You know?
Yeah, a trucker would definitely go ham on that. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
taking a shit. Yeah. Just
Like,
like in the middle of the Arizona desert, like in the middle
you
of
could literally
fucking
track his trajectory and his like where he's been and where he's going just based on like his shit, like sort of like trajectory. You know what I mean, on the map.
Yeah. No, but it's so fucking stupid. You like write like a whole fucking paragraph. Like,
Have you written any essays about the quality of your shit, sir?
yes, I honestly put more effort into those paragraphs than actual English assignments at this point.
Could you share one with the class?
Yeah, sure. I'll read one out. Hold on. Let me go look at my recent shits. This morning was a little rough because I was shitting out the vodka, so it was a little.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are you fully recovered? Because sometimes it takes. I feel like it for me at least. It takes like half a day to fully get over like, you know, like that feeling where you're just like nauseous all day.
No, it's not. Here's the thing: is that it didn't actually get nauseous for me because I used a lot of mixers.
Right.
It hit my intestines because it basically snuck through the gut and.
Right.
Oh, here's one. I started with very much like a dog at a pool party, wet and smelly.
I don't want to be on this podcast anymore.
Bro, that's just a good like Twitter bio.
I then proceeded with some stomach discomfort, a 50-50 solid to liquid ratio, most definitely due to my poor choice of diet while at UF. The hot wings are most definitely hotter on the way out.
You piece of shit, bro. You cannot write shit like that, bro. We need to call the fucking police, man.
Okay, hold on.
We need
You want to read that
to
one?
drop a tip with the FBI, bro.
Let me see. Let me read that one. A small deuce to commemorate my return to my dorm, clean but undersized to say the least.
Man, bro, you know what emoji I picture, bro? Like, you know, the one like with the guy using the monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you be talking about your shits, bro.
Actually, my first one that I put on here was a 4-star. I put surprisingly clean, although I am getting waves rather than a one and done situation. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. You're like the
Dude, the greatest part-
you're like the Anthony Fantano of fucking shit reviews. Yeah, I rate this one a light 6, bro.
The greatest part is that you can attach a selfie to it.
Yeah, you can. No, so you either take a picture. My friend was telling me you either take a picture of the shit, or you can take a picture of like your face while you're taking the shit.
Yes, that's what I do. I take a picture of my face. I don't want to take pictures of my shit in the toilet and
Yeah,
post
that's
it.
gross.
That's just
I would
fucking
just,
gross.
yeah, I wouldn't even want to see that, you know, like.
No, what I do is I want to take that. That fucking picture that I took in me and like my white T-shirt where it was like the high camera angle that you laughed at a really long time ago.
Do I have your permission to just post it up on screen if I can find it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can edit that in. Okay.
It's like about to drop a deuce for the homies, I think was the caption.
Yeah. It's a classic image. So you try to take pictures like that then?
Well, sometimes I'm just still in the toilet, like I'm halfway through and I'm writing the review while I'm halfway through it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like a critic, like taking notes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
While he's
Like you're getting your first impressions.
Yeah. And then I edit later. So I highly recommend using the app. It's fucking funny.
All right, I'm gonna set up a poop map league.
You want to set up a poop math league for the Discord?
For the Discord, bro. For the whole ass Discord for all 50 people. Now that's a fucking social experiment.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That
no,
would be
that's
really
a social experiment right there.
The awkward part is that when you're only one logging your shits anymore, and you're just still putting like these gross ass reviews, and you're just the only person doing it. You know what I mean?
That's like
you're
that's
three.
like I can just imagine the Joker dancing in the bathroom mirror. Like that's my image, like mental image when you've hit your lowest point.
Okay, you can also you can also type out a location. The first one I put was Drew's bed. That was the guy's bed I slept in that night at UF.
Oh no.
And then I named my toilet that I use in my dorm. I called it the main shitting HQ.
Oh, the main shitting HQ. I see.
Fucking so fucking. You want to read off some of my friends too, or no?
If they're funny, then yeah.
Here, I'll read this one. My buddy David. A conglomeration of BurgerFi, Gators Dockside, which is a restaurant, and Pizziano's Pizza has led to a rather burning sensation coming out of my posterior. I believe this will not be a pleasant experience. 100 emoji.
The 100 emoji. Oh my god.
Oh no! Okay, no, that one's foul. No, that's foul.
Simply foul.
I can't read that one.
Oh no.
Use the analogy of chocolate milk, and I don't want to fucking go on.
Yeah, that leaves very little to the imagination.
God damn it, Elon Musk I see this fucking meme. Like it's a screenshot of a Discord, and it just sounds like something bad would fucking post, and it's annoying. Like I'm looking at Elon Musk's Twitter still.
If you ever compare me to Elon Musk again, I will remove you.
It's a meme that says, "Please, ancestors, I need your guidance," and it's showing the fucking like dumb like fish that crawls out of the ocean. That fuck. He's the reason I have to do that. He's the reason I have a math test on Wednesday. Okay.
the primordial fucking fish that crawled out of the Cambrian explosion.
Yeah, that fucker. I wish I could kick him back into the fucking sea, but unfortunately, because of the grandfather paradox, it wouldn't really do anything.
Yeah. Wait, what was the grandfather paradox? That you would still exist?
If you kill your grandfather, then you can't be born to kill your grandfather.
Yeah. So you what would be the end state? I think you would just still exist. It's just like when you went back to your timeline, your original timeline, like there'd just be no record of your existence.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is that if we're going based off Avengers Endgame fucking time travel, then what would happen is it just make a separate timeline.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't know. That's my.
You would just end up going back to basically. It would just be like you killed your fucking grandfather in an alternative universe.
Yeah, or like you could like what's it called? Maybe you just rewrite the timeline or whatever, but the same timeline. But I don't think you would just like cease existing. I think you would still continue to exist because it's still technically part of your personal past that your grandfather didn't die at that particular moment. You know, you rewrote it in hindsight, which I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. Bass, what are your two cents?
You're talking about time travel and expecting it to make any sense. That's your first problem.
Yeah, no, it's impossible. It literally it cannot be done. Although I heard, maybe this is bullshit, but I heard this weekend apparently like they made some huge advance in like coming up with like a theory for like faster than light travel or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the hyperspace drive's real. You're gonna be a real thing, huh?
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't read like sci-fi articles anymore, like when I used to when I was a kid, because honestly, I found out that it was just mostly just speculation.
Yeah, it was mostly bullshit. I just heard it secondhand. But you know,
it's just like scientists going, "What if?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? Do you want to do it, or do you want to say what if like all day?" You know what I mean?
Bro, what do you think scientists do? That's their job. They literally
their entire job is to say.
They literally get a degree, all right. Then they sit around in a laboratory, right, and they go, what if we mix the blue beaker with the green one? And they're like, yes, E equals MC squared.
Problem with some is they just don't fucking mix the beakers. They just sit around and think about what's gonna happen.
They're like, what would happen if we theoretically?
Then they become applied scientists, and no one wants to be applied scientists. Or that's just mathematics, isn't it? No one wants to be an applied mathematician.
What the hell
No,
is an applied mathematician?
what else I can?
Like, what do
What
you
else
need
is like
to
that,
be a mathematician for, practically?
I don't know.
dude? If you
Engineering,
decide to
but,
be,
but that just makes you an engineer, not a mathematician.
here's the thing: is that math majors they do one of two things, right? They become physicists or they become teachers, and that's basically. And either one of those, like fucking, like if you're a physicist, like great, but you're not gonna get much out of it.
What are you talking about, bro? Gordon Freeman
Like,
was a theoretical physicist.
it took me a moment to remember who Gordon Freeman was. Not gonna.
Yeah, bro, and look at him. He's thriving.
Yeah, sure. I'm not particular. I don't really know the Half-Life fucking storyline, so I don't know what happened to him.
He hasn't made a full appearance in a game since 2007. I think that says it all.
Okay.
Sorry for the obscure reference. Well, I don't know if it's obscure. It wouldn't have been obscure
It's
in
not
2007. Oh, nice. You did the jump, Bass. Oh.
Yeah, I remember watching Baz trying to do something like, no, this isn't the jump. I think it's a jump. I can't remember what I was watching Baz do the other day. But Nick knows some interesting people at USF.
Yeah, like who?
They are, well, they're certainly characters. There's like, they for some reason hate people at UCF for some reason, and I don't know why.
Oh, that's easy.
Why?
Because you're all annoying.
Oh, well.
He sounded genuinely offended. No, I'm sorry.
What am I supposed to do about that?
You're like, ah. You're like, oh.
Oh, you know what? I
So
got
mean.
pulled over at UF.
You got what?
I got pulled over for the first time at UF.
What happened?
Well, basically, on my car, right?
Mm-hmm.
The so you have to use the indicator to indicate where you're going to be turning.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually twist that knob to change to put on your high beams, and actually no, you pull it to turn on your high beams. So you can actually change to auto, turn off your lights, or just keep them on all the time.
Right.
Turns out when I was probably using my indicator one time, I slipped it and I twisted it probably to turn off my lights at some point.
Okay.
And UF has lately been cracking down on driving around campus lately. Like all the speed limits are like 20 miles per hour all over campus.
Okay.
And it's because some drunk chick got hit by a car or something.
Oh, did she die?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Anyway, so my lights were off, right? When I pulled out of the parking garage, and this cop saw me. And basically, there was a bus only lane, where it pulls in to pick people up.
Okay.
And I was about to make a right turn out of the parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the cop was following a different car. And basically, I pull up to make the right. I'm waiting for both these cars to pass by.
All right.
And the first car passes by, but then the cop stops in the bus lane.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Right? And I'm like, that's suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately made me suspicious. I've done clearly he wants to talk to me or something's wrong, right? Because he wants to get behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, all right, well, he's gonna wait there, and I know for a fact he's gonna, I can't just wait for him to pull out of there because I know for a fact he's gonna wait for me. So I just pull out. I didn't realize my lights were off.
Right.
And he pulls me over. Mind you, we have 2 bottles of vodka in the back of the fucking car.
Well, if they're not open, then that's legal.
Well, I know, but I'm 19.
Oh, nah, that's not legal.
And no one's of age in the car.
Yeah. Okay, so how'd you get yourself out of that pickle, eh, boss?
Well, he had no reason to search us.
Right.
So he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He just told me, "Hey, your lights are off."
Oh.
So I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I turned on my lights, but he still wanted to see my license and registration.
Okay.
And my insurance, whatever. Unfortunately, my insurance expired.
Uh-oh.
And I forgot to print out the new card.
So he hauled you off the deal.
No, what he did, he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to give you a warning for the insurance card. Just make sure. Well, actually, what he told me is that his printer was broken, but Nick told me apparently that's just bullshit. They just tell you that to scare you so that you actually get your your shit fixed. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah, I heard it,
but,
if you play dumb with cops, they take it way easier on you. Then if, because, for instance, if they ask you, how fast you were going, you should just say no. and like and all. And,
yeah, you always say no to that question.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Like the less you know, the better with these cops.
Right. Well, I played the scared shitless because I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
Right.
And especially because I'm not from there. I'm 100 miles from where I live.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, yeah, that was interesting. And then now Nick won't let me hear the end of it. Every time we're arguing, he's like, "Are your lights on?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! You know that's not relevant. You're just saying it."
There's a lot of parallels to your weekend story to mine. It was it was my birthday this weekend. Well, it's my birthday today. A day of recording, I guess. But so this weekend, my friends and family threw a surprise party for me, and they rented like a hotel room. Basically, it was like a nice hotel room that was kind of big enough for the party, and they got us. It's a big 2-1 for me. Oh, what happened in the stream?
Playing a game with a lot of frame perfect tricks on a controller that disconnects every 3 seconds is going to cause me to throw this controller across the room. So I'm picking a different video game.
So we're sort of switching games,
All right.
basically.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see Slay the Spire, Risk of Rain, or fucking Bloons Tower Defense 6?
Risk of Rain.
Risk of Rain. All right.
I still want to pick up that game.
What?
I should probably pick up that game soon. It looks fun.
It's a good game.
Anyways, where was I? Oh, okay, so they rented out a nice hotel room for us, and they gave us a bunch of drinks since it's the big 2-1 birthday for me. And
Right. They
were like, "Go buck wild, fellas." So before anyone even started drinking, some like we were just like unwrapping the drinks basically at this point. The security came up to our room, and they like knocked on the door, and we were like, uh-oh. And like one of my friends who's like, you know Matthew, right, on the other server?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's a good talker, right? He can talk his way out of situations.
Right,
So
right.
he goes to the door. He answers the door, and they're like, "Hey, we heard there's a problem up here." And he's like, "What seems to be the problem, sir?" And the guy goes, "We heard the neighbors saying that they heard yelling that someone was gonna whoop someone's ass." And we were all like,
Right.
No ass whooping going on here, sir.
no ass whooping.
And he was like, and then Matthew explained, he's like, "Oh, sorry if there's noise complaints. We're celebrating my friend's 21st birthday, so might get loud." And then the guy smiled, and he's like, "All right, have a good night," and he let us go. We didn't get any more security complaints for the rest of the night, even though we were undoubtedly fucking gobbling loud, bro. We were absolute ogres, bro, the rest of the night.
Absolute goons.
Yeah, we started taking shots immediately, and then for some reason there was a chessboard, and we started playing really drunk chess.
I saw that. I saw that on your story.
Until somebody got, I don't remember even who it was, but somebody got bored and flipped the board. To make a long story short, I guess I'll keep it at the highlights. One funny thing was when everybody sort of crashed, because we all came down really hard. Like, we all passed the point of no return. Like, we were goofy walking. Like, we could barely... Like,
Goofy.
we were seeing the world in, like, 12 frames per second. Like, we were, like, 9 shots in each. Like, we went through, like, 2 fucking, like, liters of alcohol. Like, it was crazy. So, what's it called? So the one funny thing that happened is when we all crashed, right? There was like a few beds, but so like there was 3 beds and there was like 6 guys. So like, you know, a couple guys slept on the couch. One guy took one bed, one guy took another bed, and then me and then my roommate shared a bed, right? So
Nice.
me and my roommate went to bed, right? We were just like fucking dead, like we just fell into bed, right? And I wake up at 5 in the morning because I'm nauseous, and my roommate isn't next to me anymore. And I'm like, huh. And I walk out into the living room, and he's sleeping in a chair for no reason, like 15 feet away. And I was like, huh, that's strange. Anyways, I go to hug the toilet for the next like hour or so, and then
Right.
and then Damien comes over, and Damien is like, "Bro, I'm kind of cold. I can't sleep. Can I sleep in the bed?" And I was like, "Okay." And we were all still pretty sloshed,
Okay.
actually. Like, it was only like 3 hours since we went to bed, so we were all pretty much still feeling the effects of the alcohol. So I was like, okay. And then I crashed back in bed until like 8:30, right? And then in the morning, Nick like wakes my roommate who initially slept in the bed with me, wakes up, and he was like, bro, I do not remember getting out of bed and moving to this chair. What the fuck? And then, like, everybody was confused because they're like, wait a minute, didn't Damien sleep in the chair and Nick was in the bed? They fucking, like, teleported and switched in the middle of the night. And Damien was like, bro, I don't remember getting up from the chair and moving to the bed. Like, they both switched positions and neither of them remembered doing it.
Fucking Freaky Friday, but it's just where you're sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
So my fan theory of this is that Damien actually picked up your roommate, moved him to the chair, and then wanted to get into your bed, but noticed you weren't there, so asked you. That's exactly what happened.
It could have been, bro. We gotta ask him. Only God knows, but apparently Damien doesn't know. So that was pretty funny. And then when Nick woke up, there was a bunch of shit he didn't remember. He's like, where are my shoes? Where is my belt? I don't remember taking all of my clothes off. But we found that shit eventually. There was many gaps in memory. It was a fun night, though.
Yeah. I tried slapboxing Nick drunk. That was fun.
Who won? Okay, I know who won.
Well, yeah, I slapped Nick a couple times. That was funny.
Did he give up? Or was he
like,
like...
Yeah, he's like, stop.
Oh, he was... So wait, so it was unrequited slap boxing, I see.
Nick doesn't fight, so like it's kind of like.
Oh, so what you're describing is just assault.
Well, he slapped back. That's the thing.
Oh, okay,
we were roughhousing, and then he's like, all right.
All right, so it's not assault. It's more like a domestic disturbance. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nick's a big old pacifist, apparently.
What a loser.
Yeah.
If you ain't violating the Geneva Convention, you can just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, honestly.
Right, Bass?
No.
Yeah.
God.
You ever drank, Bass?
The only time I ever drank was in Montreal.
Oh,
Because
really?
the legal limit there is 18.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Can confirm. That's
So,
when I pissed in a McDonald's.
you ever come down to the Florida boys? We'll initiate you in the rite of passage, brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing it again, just not as expensive, because my parents really went all out for that. Maybe, like, everybody pitches in, we rent an Airbnb, and then we go buck wild. Same amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
All you need is the homies.
Or we just go to Canada. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, just get a
Yeah, just go
lodge.
to Canada. Get a fucking lodge. We should go in like the middle of the winter too, like, you know what I mean? That'd be great.
Yeah, no, one of my friends is from
Yeah.
Canada, so he said that
Justice.
Yeah, Justice is from Canada, so he said at one point, he was like, oh yeah, my family has this lodge somewhere, but like because of COVID, like we were planning on going for something and then COVID happened, and then yeah, completely fell
If that
through.
isn't the story of my fucking life now.
You guys think that we're all gonna be vaccinated in the next 6 months?
Probably
Possibly.
My school promised that that all the students would be vaccinated by the end of the what's it called, semester.
Spring semester?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yep.
God. I don't know, UCF is going back to full in-person classes in fall. Which is interesting.
I think every teacher has the option right now, but I'm not sure at my school. I think I mean, I have 3 classes that are in person. I have 2 that are online. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so used to doing online classes now. I don't even know if I can go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fucking hate online classes. Although, I mean, I guess it's fine if it's like, it depends on the type of class it is, I guess. I mean, the more collaborative, like hands-on classes. My majors, I'm a double major in journalism and film. Those are both pretty like hands-on. I feel like things where you need to like go places, document stuff, take footage, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like when you make that online, it really like kneecaps the whole. Is that the right word? Like it just like really throws a wrench in the whole process.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So it sucks for me, I guess, at least. But the more like lecture-based classes, it isn't so bad at all.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that I have to go through fucking differential equations to get to do electrical engineering. I don't even know what the hell I need differential equations for that. You know what I mean? Like I had to take Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3, and then differential equations. Why? Why?
It's amazing to me that there's a class called differential equations.
There's a lot of shit you do with that kind of math. I just don't see why I need it.
Right.
It's such a pain.
I was always I sucked at like my worst subject in school was math.
Yeah, I'm good at it. I just fucking. Why do I have to take that much math?
Oh, so you're a math kid, huh? You were one of the math kids? Huh?
Yeah.
You little piss baby, huh? You were one of the
You're a
math
piss
kids?
baby.
What? I'm a piss baby?
Yeah.
What'd you
yeah,
just
you are a
say?
piss baby.
You little pee-pee boy?
Pee-pee boy.
I was one of them English kids.
Yeah, the
Before
only
you
reason I hate
ask, I
English.
am not gay.
Are you gay, Julian?
Well, all I'm gonna say is that you talk a lot of shit, Bass, for someone with such soft, kissable lips.
God. So renaming this episode the Big Soup. Yup. Or
Yeah,
renaming
this
It
this
occurs
one-
to me that we're just calling each other by our names and we never introduced ourselves at any point. But you know what?
Good.
It's fine. The audience needs to get with the program. You know?
Yeah,
Well, we did it in
yeah,
the first
audience
one.
deserves nothing.
Yeah. Well, we introduced
They're all
ourselves.
degenerates. I hate them all.
Wow.
We did it in the first one. Plus our names, plus our faces light up whenever we talk, so it's even easier to figure out who's who.
That's true. At least you can differentiate between Big Soup and Yup.
I forgot. That's what we changed the name. Are we gonna give context for Big Soup Yup or no?
No, they get no context.
I don't
for
think
the
there's
big
any
soup.
point. Like the answer would be a lot less exciting than the name itself. You know?
Yeah, it's not as funny as it actually appears. Is the
Yeah.
problem?
So,
Like it,
We're
it
just-
just wasn't funny.
Our sense of humor is just fucked. So
Yeah.
Big Soup Yup. See, guys, when you say the yup, you really gotta feel it in your vocal folds. You know what I mean? Like all the way down there.
Yup.
Yup. Yeah. there you go.
Yup.
Nah, you gotta get some breathiness through, otherwise it doesn't sound right.
Shut the
Yup. Honestly, the only reason I say yup like that is because I stole it from a fucking Smitty video.
Smitty.
Yeah. Absolutely ripped that from him. They I don't know, it was fucking, they were talking about big scrimp, so they were going big scrimp, yup.
Oh,
Scrimp,
big
little
scrimp.
scrimp. Yeah, that's what they were saying. I found it so fucking hysterical, I just started saying yup.
Scrimp.
Little scrimp. It's so fucking funny.
All right, shall I consult the list, TM, of topics?
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
go for it.
All right, boys, you ready to discuss? This is the biggest philosophical question of our time, bro. You guys ready for this?
Oh.
Why do people, men particularly, feel the need to leave comments on pornographic videos?
To get on Reddit next.
To get on Reddit? You really think so, bro?
Yes.
No,
I
That's
think
not
there's
really
more
Reddit.
desperation to it than that.
Nah, I prefer to think that they're all performative actors just trying to farm Reddit karma because the alternative is that they're actually serious, and I'm not sure which one is worse.
No, bro. No, I think they're actually serious. No, but it's not. It's not like ones that are clearly like performative. You know what I mean? Like the novelty accounts. Like, oh, what is Yoda
Like-
doing on Pornhub? Lol, the funny. You know?
Wait,
It's not like
so
that.
you mean like the actual actual
Dudes
comments
leaving
were like, oh, this-
thirsty ass comments or like rating like the fucking like technique and shit like that. Like people give a shit what they have to say. Like that shit. The funniest thing to me is when they're like lol hot or something or like you know what I mean. It's like
That's just
Yeah.
funny internet syndrome.
no, but it's no. They're just like wow that was good or whatever. You know, like being like fucking like little horny fucking
Cringe.
cringe
Dude,
goblins. Like,
Dude,
who do you
saw a
think
dude
is
leave-
gonna read that comment, bro? Who do you? It's just gonna be other dudes. Like, who are you leaving that comment for? It's not like the creators
Dude,
gonna
I've-
see your comment and want to fuck you, bro.
Dude, I've seen a dude leave like an actual fucking like paragraph review of the video.
All right. Well, was it like cringe or was it like clearly ironic?
No, he was actually like a fucking review. Like he actually talked about the fucking camera angles. Actually, I can tell you exactly what video it was. It was the fucking there was this YouTuber called Celestia Vega,
Okay.
right? I don't know
No,
if you guys remember her.
we do not talk about that.
I've never
We do
heard of her.
not talk about that.
I've never heard of her.
Remember
I
back
never
in-
watched it, but there was the controversy I have seen is actually incredible.
Remember back in the day the scarce like drama fucking shit. Remember that time on YouTube?
Sure.
Hey, what's
She
up,
was-
guys?
she was-
Sure.
Yeah, she was there around that time, I think.
Okay.
She had like, so basically, there's this girl Zoe Berger in
Oh, I've heard
fucking
of her. I've heard of her. Yeah.
right. Like fucking literally, their whole business was built on, oh, you want to see our vaginas, or we're not going to show you. That was basically the entire business,
I remember
right?
that. Didn't Zoe Berger at one point like claim that she was gonna put an entire sex tape on YouTube though?
Yes. And I think she
that
did.
didn't go over well.
No, it did not. But
Did she even try?
well, actually no. No, actually no. She made a sex tape, but it was like it was the most like, it wasn't censored. It was just like didn't actually show anything, and it was put on YouTube, and it never got taken down because it didn't
Really?
actually show anything. Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
because the YouTube guidelines.
That's
right,
pretty,
because 26-year-old me definitely wanted to see that, but I was very disappointed. Or no, I think I was like 14.
That's
I
still.
can't
I
remember.
feel like that's still pretty. That's still pretty like against YouTube's guidelines, but
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't actually sexual. Like,
was it like?
it was just like shitty like teased vignette shots of her in a bathtub
Oh.
with like I think with like a black dude. I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. It's been so long.
Alright.
But see, Celestia Vega actually made a sex tape with like an actual male porn star,
Okay.
right?
This was the video
but
that
it
the
was-
guy left the fucking review.
Yeah. Honestly, the review was mostly about like the fucking camera angle because the camera angle was shitty as hell. Like, it was literally, it was just a tripod sitting next to the bed, and I'm like, okay. Like, and it's
Tell me
just like
have
they
an
didn't.
executive producer on that bitch.
Essentially, what they did is that they cheated the camera basically the entire time. Like you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like they showed everything. It's just like it was just shitty, right?
Okay, right. It was just I get it. It's just
Not
a bad
great.
camera angle. You know?
Right.
Sometimes that's the case.
Because normally you get some like POV shots and like you know what I mean, but
They mix it up.
It's just-
Is it just one camera angle the whole time? No
it was
cuts?
just it was one camera angle for a fucking hour, and it was
an hour.
pretty much yeah.
Who watches that long, bro?
That too, yeah, right. Well, you had to have had like a serious fantasy about Celestia Vega to actually even get off on that.
Yeah. Well, was she hot?
Eh,
Yeah.
relatively.
No. I'm reminded that you brought up this like big review thing. Do you guys know the meme where it's like this guy leaves like a whole last fucking angry complaint in the comments?
No.
He goes, he's just mad at the male porn star. I don't even know what
Yeah.
video it is, but he was like, bro,
Oh, but, like,
she gave that whole ass performance for you for 45 minutes, and that was the best you could muster. And I quote,
Oh yeah, the nut.
2 tiny winks of cum. Two
Oh, yeah, by the way,
tiddly
when I
winks.
say when I say and on Celestia Vega being hot, I'm just saying that relative to porn stars. I'm not talking about like in general in real life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's two different. I don't like. You know what I mean? I don't like to hold porn stars and regular women on the same level. You know what I mean?
I don't.
That's just disrespectful and not
I don't think the
good
porn
at all.
star look is that hot.
You're just saying that because the day we're recording on, aren't you?
Well,
You're
yes.
pretending that you aren't Burger King.
I don't think most porn stars are very hot. Hot take. They're really not, in my
That's
opinion.
fair.
They mostly look.
That's
like,
fair.
They mostly look like fake. I don't like fake looking people. You know what I mean? With like fucking
Yeah.
Botox ass faces and like Charlie's the size of fucking Manhattan. You know what I mean?
Charlie's the size of Manhattan. Yes.
You actually just said that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's so much plastic, like they're barely ambulatory. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
do not like it.
I feel like you're pointing at someone in particular, but I don't know who.
Bro, are you kidding me? Have you seen porn? They're all like that.
I can't say I have because I'm a pure boy.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, okay, man.
As the day I catch you lacking, bro, I'm gonna bring this up.
No,
Okay, it
Bass,
sounds great.
Bass has got the loophole, right? He only watches porn with men in it, so he's never seen.
Oh shit, bro! I couldn't call it.
Julian, I hate that the moment you said the word loophole, I knew exactly where you were going with it.
Yeah.
I knew exactly you were going to say gay
all,
porn. I was.
I think we all knew where that was going.
So we've come to the empirical conclusion that Bass is indeed gay.
Yeah, go for it.
Basically.
He's like, yeah, whatever. I heard the what's it called? What's it? The guy from New Jersey. This I think he's a senator, Cory Booker. People were like, he was like single for a really long time, and people were, what's it called? They were saying, they were like, what's the word? They were theorizing he may be gay, and he like had an interview where they asked him, "Are you gay, bro?" And he was like, "Nah, but if you want to think that, go for it. That sounds fun." He was like, "I don't have a problem if you think I am, but no."
It's pretty fucking funny.
Now he's dating.
That's
now,
optimal.
Yeah, now he's dating. What's her name though? He's dating Rosario Dawson though. So.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, that actually surprises me.
Yeah. Fucking Ahsoka from The Mandalorian, bro. Among obviously other things.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh yeah, fucking. I wanted to talk about the Boston Be a Man Instagram account.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Hit us with.
Okay, so basically the it's just videos of like this dude from Boston, like this old dude from Boston, like he's like probably 50 or 55, something like that.
Okay.
And he stands in front of a camera, in front of a green screen, and and they always put like images in the background that talk about what he's talking about. It's like basically he introduces a problem that a man would have.
Okay.
And then he introduces the solution, and then he says, "Be a man," right? But the solution's always very comical, right?
Okay.
Like it's like stuck at your in-laws, leave, be a man. Or it's like your car broke down and you need a mechanic. Just walk, be a man.
Is he doing it like with like ironically or with like out a hint of irony?
It's ironic. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny.
Because he's from what? Is he from Boston?
He doesn't sound like he's very, like, he doesn't have a heavy
hit
Boston
you in the eye
accent.
with a haymaker.
No, it's not very heavy, but it's still pretty fucking funny. But there's always guys behind the camera that crack up like every single time. It's so good. I send them all to Jamie because I think Jamie would find them funny. Fucking hold on. I wish I can I actually just bring up Instagram on my browser? I think I can. Right? What streams do I remember my login? Oh yeah.
You know, once I shot a man and killed him in cold blood.
Yeah, was it
sure
right now?
No, I just walked out into the street, and it was 3 a.m. You know, I was brandishing my iron. A guy was crossing the street. When he noticed, we locked eyes for a moment. He had the wild look of fear in his eyes, and I pulled the trigger several times.
I'm sure you did, Julian.
Yes, and I did it just to feel something. You know, this is my confession.
Yeah. Just admitting to murder on a recorded podcast, so if you upload it to YouTube, enjoy it.
Yeah,
Here's the thing, I don't think the joke is nearly as funny if people don't know what you look like. You're like, I just think
Okay, guys, just hold on. I'm recording all of the Discord call. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll up to the meme.
You just scroll up to like glasses, Julian, or something.
I am Linguini. That's what I look like.
Linguini.
I'm just Linguini with glasses. That's about it.
Oh yeah, no. The funniest fucking Boston Be a Man one I saw today was don't let something ruin your day. Ruin it yourself. Be a man.
Bro, you getting out of bed in the morning.
Ruin it yourself. Bro, how you ruin your own day? You just jump off a building, break all your bones.
Hold on. One of the older ones they posted was, if you have nut allergies, eat a PB&J. See if God really wants you here. Be a man.
That's not a problem. Like, that's like creating a problem. That's not a solution.
Yeah, hold on. I think we have very different definitions of solution.
Well, it depends
Some
who
of
it
them are
is.
just. Some of them aren't even like a problem. It's just a punchline. Like this one was part of your cousin's funeral. Be a man.
Or
Like,
at your
it's just-
cousin's funeral. Have you guys?
If you have to listen,
What are you saying?
if you have to lift something heavy, don't ask for help. Just throw your back up. Be a man.
You know what? When I was a kid, I had this book. It was like a stupid ass book. It was meant for like 8-year-olds, right? It was like
Right.
cool advice for tough boys or whatever. It was like cool advice for
Right.
cool guys, right?
Right.
I distinctly remember to this day, right? There was an entry of advice in the book. It's like, if you ever find yourself in the particular situation where you see a woman struggling to carry something heavy, you have 2 options, all right? These are your 2 options according to this book, okay? One is
Okay.
you go over, right? You pick it up. If you can pick it up, carry it for her, all right? Simple solution. All right. You go for option number 2. You go for the pickup, all right? If you find that you can't actually lift it either, you just sit on it and then you start hitting on her.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, that was the book's fucking genius advice. You would just look like a retard. Like, imagine she's just trying to fucking lift the couch into her apartment. You're like, all right, let me get this end, all right? And then you lift it, and you're like, oh, fuck, that's heavy. And then you just sit down, and you're like, hey, so what you doing after work? You literally look absolutely fucking stupid.
The couch is stuck in the door frame too, and you just sit down like it's half in and half out of the door frame. And you just
So,
sit down.
you come here often? Yeah, no, she would literally fucking call the police, bro. Get a restraining order on your ass, you fucking creep.
No, she'd just be like, "Get out of my fucking house!"
Yeah, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here. So that's literally the worst advice I'd ever received in my life. But I knew it was bad even then. I thought it was hilarious.
You know, my only solution is that if you can't pick it up, you just go, "Well, I tried," and just move on.
Yeah.
Just leave her absolutely just sitting there.
Although that's not really an optimal like situation you want to find yourself in, right? Like, you offer to help somebody
Yeah.
with something, and then you try, and you're just like, well, shit. Like, you know, that's just awkward. You know, because you
Shit luck, man.
yeah, because you're like, because like you hyped up your strength. You know, you came in there to save the day, and they were like, well, fuck.
Well, I've done all I can do. And you just,
Yeah, well, that's it. I'm beat. How about you? I'm out of here.
yeah, we'll grab a sub. You know, great place down the street. We can just grab a sandwich. What do you say?
Yeah.
Call this a day.
Call it a day. Yeah, let's take a breather. This is a really off-topic question. Have you guys ever seen the movie Total Recall
No, but I
yeah.
read the story.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger? The original one, not the
No,
remake. You guys need to watch it. It is literally a shitpost in motion. I have never seen a fucking funnier B movie in my life.
I heard that the movie was fucking awful.
No, it's amazing. Well, the new one is probably, but it's so watchable. Like, even if you think it's a bad movie, because it's super corny, but it's like self-aware and like, in my opinion, it's funny. But even if you think it's a bad movie, right? You think the plot is dumb and whatever, it is so fucking funny regardless. It's like it is a fucking fever dream. Like, it's even funnier if you drink a couple beers while you're watching it. Not saying that that's the only way to experience it. It's funny sober too, but it's even funnier if you're like shooting the shit with a mate and like drinking beer or something. Like, but dude, that movie is so fucking funny. Oh my god, within like 15 minutes, it's like it just descends into goddamn madness. Like, it's so fucking funny. Like, there's a part in the movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "Get your ass to Mars." Like, that's worth the price of fucking admission.
Oh, I have seen this movie. I have seen this movie.
Do you remember the part without spoiling it? Do you remember the part with the disguise, bro?
No, I remember the 3 titties.
The 3 titties. Yeah, that's also. Do you remember the midget lady with the machine gun?
No, dude, I was 8, dude. I don't even remember. I remember the guy like getting put outside in Mars and his eyes bulged out and the 3 titties. That's what I remember.
Dude, that's a fucking funny movie. There's some absolutely outrageous parts in that movie. It's so funny.
You know, I just looked up Google Images Total Recall, and I just saw the eyes bulge. I'm like, oh shit, I have seen this movie.
Yeah, no, not to spoil too much of it, but Arnold Schwarzenegger also temporarily goes outside in bars, and then like while he's outside, his eyes start bulging. But then when he goes back inside in like a normal oxygen environment, like his eyes go back to normal. Like he just completely fully recovers. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah, no issues with going in like a fucking 1/16th atmosphere.
No, it's so stupid, but it's so funny, dude.
It's like, I think it's like 1/16. Hold on, let me look up. Pressure. I only remember that from reading that book, The Martian.
Right. Yeah. Have you seen the movie with Matt Damon?
I have.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. 0.95 psi, which I don't feel like fucking converting.
Yeah, it's nerd.
Oh no, 1/25th out of Earth's atmosphere.
Another joke ruined by Charles's
math
determination not to math ever.
I'm sorry, Baz. I do fucking math all fucking day. God, you know, fucking shoot me if I fucking don't want to do math the rest of the day. You know what I mean? God damn. I have to do this shit all day, and then I don't feel like fucking calculating a tip. You know what I mean? I just throw $2 at them, like, fuck it, you know what I mean? I pay like $20 or something, and I'm like, well, I mean, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Damn, I guess that stereotype about gay people not being able to do math is true.
Wow.
Guys, you don't do fucking math either, okay? Why don't you come over and kiss me about it?
What? Are you? Man, dude, this is the gay podcast. This is the one where we all This is the arc where we all realize we're in love with each other.
Yeah, should we just name this episode the homoerotic one?
There's a lot of names I can think of for this episode. We could call it alternatively. We could call it We could call it porn stars, soup, alcohol.
I feel like yup, big soup, but you know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with big soup. Yup. We're gonna go with big soup. Yup, for sure. But I'm just saying, we covered a wide range of topics.
How about booze, soup, and porn?
What?
Booze, soup, and porn. That's the name of the episode. Booze,
soup, and porn, or booze.
Booze, soup. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got horny brain.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You've been a little quiet this episode, Bass. You want to get a murder off your chest just like me? It'll make you feel better.
The only things I wanted to talk about was I wanted to kind of like explain the tricks I was doing in Hollow Knight, but because I can't do the tricks in Hollow Knight because my controller is fucked, I really don't have anything to talk about.
All right.
So I'm just kind of jumping around.
All right. We can talk about video games, though.
Ooh, yes, my favorite.
What topic in video games has been rattling around in your mind lately?
The only topic that I could think of was just I was talking to a couple friends of mine who used to be T3 competitive players in Siege.
Okay.
And we ended up bringing up the topic of the competitive mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a very long topic, I'm going to be honest.
Like generally speaking, or as it applies to Siege?
Both.
What is the competitive mindset, generally speaking?
So I think anyone can be competitive, but only a very specific few people are willing to put in the time and effort to like make it to the top. Okay. And then only a fraction of those can actually make it, obviously.
Right.
The example that came to mind was I think that's why Unit failed. Is that half the people in Unit had this it's just a game mentality, which is fine if you're just playing a game.
Yeah.
But that shit does not fly if you're trying to like actually win.
No, yeah, I think on the outside I was like, it's just a game, but then on the inside I was like trying.
Yeah.
Were we actually trying? I don't know if that was the case.
No, not really.
When we were all playing Siege, I was trying. I just wasn't as good as you guys. But like, we also just didn't play well as a team because at the time, like, instead of like dissecting our losses and making plans for the future, we were just like, all right, let's hit another match.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really practice or you know, try to improve. We were just like kept throwing ourselves at the wall to see if we like got better through raw practice, and you know, eventually instead of getting better, we all just got bored of the game. So
Yeah, we kept throwing shit at a wall and expected it to stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And it
mean,
didn't work.
if we were all as good as Bass, then maybe if something would have happened. But we are all like mid at best. So
I mean, a hot take and a half. I think if we were to remake Unit nowadays, and we had the same amount of time we used to, I think we could easily make North American Challenger League.
really,
Right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I actually I don't know how far we'd make it in Challenger League, but I think we could absolutely do that.
that is a hot take. I mean, I don't think I was ever that
Especially
good
with
at.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick for sure. No, Nick is almost, I would say, if not Bass tier, almost Bass tier. But no, I don't think I was ever that good at Twitch shooters. I don't have great reflexes.
Yeah. I mean, I just
I'm
gotta say,
okay
my
at
support
I'm
game was
okay
always
at
on
critical
point, right?
thinking, but positioning in Siege does not matter if you can't outdone somebody. You know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I remember always trying to play support, but never actually bothering to learn how to play a support role. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I did that,
That-
except I
that's the
did
thing.
bother to learn how to play support.
Yeah, I didn't.
But that was the only thing I ever did was support.
New stream. Fuck you.
I remember when I actually started learning how to play support, and that was interesting. And I was like, oh, well, that helps a lot. You know what I mean?
Now I feel like there's
Yeah.
a million operators that fill the same like role in the sandbox, like in terms of gadget. You know.
Yeah,
I
the
haven't
meta
played in a
has
while now.
completely changed. I think it's a lot easier to come in nowadays because it's not a raw mechanical game anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's that's a criticism I have of it, but that's probably, I guess, I didn't think about it this way, but I guess that's pretty subjective. You know, there are probably pros and cons to it not being so mechanic heavy. But, you know, I sort of preferred when it was only like, well, I prefer the idea of it only being like a few operators that are like routinely like balanced and like rigorously play tested and only put in the sandbox because the team felt like they're filling a role that didn't exist before. You know, like, I hate
Were
to
we
bring up
playing the same
Overwatch
game?
as an example, but like, you know, every character, at least in vanilla in Overwatch, and I haven't played it a lot. I can't remember. I think the last new character they added while I was playing was fucking the hamster.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like at least their mentality was, we're not gonna release new characters like every we're not gonna release them at an arbitrary like deadline or anything. We're gonna release them when we're done play testing a new idea, and then it turns into something, and then it's ready to be released after we're done like testing him and, you know, seeing how he works in the sandbox and all that. You know, like they basically they spent months in between adding a new character to the game, and they only added them because they felt like it was appropriate to add them. Whereas in Siege, the mentality is battle pass must sell every not every 4 months, like every 2 months, 2 new operators, and then what you got out of that, in my opinion, is either operators that were hilariously busted or operators that were useless, and every single time, basically, they were just a similar version of an operator that already existed in the sandbox.
Right.
Like, we have like what, like fucking 40,000 hard breachers now. We have like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Just generally undercooked
And then
operators.
we have so many trap operators now that I feel I'm not keeping up with the Siege meta, but I know for a while at least it was like the 30-second meta or whatever, where it was like there was so much time spent clearing traps because there were so many trap operators that the gameplay would only actually take place in the last 30 seconds of the round.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even traps. It was fucking deployable shields. You remember how deployable shields were useless before?
Well, yeah, they added the windows to them eventually, right?
Yeah, no, those windows are the most broken thing to ever be added to Siege, and I'm including that with vanilla Blackbeard and Hell. Like, they were actually crazy. They still are. I think they're still hilariously overpowered.
But yeah. Anyways, you get where I'm coming from with that, though. I wish like they would like take a different approach to like the way they like, you know, added heroes to the game. I feel like they sort of add them because they want to sell them, but they don't really like treat them like they're part of the game, really, or like in my opinion, Siege to me, and I know this is harsh because I'm speaking to some Siege fans in this chat, but I played a lot of Siege, okay, so I have a lot of opinions, but they may be wrong opinions, but my opinion on Siege is that it feels like a competitive game made by people who either don't know or don't care about about how to make a competitive game, you know? Like,
You hit that directly on the head.
yeah, like they like Overwatch has issues. But I like that game personally. I know a lot of people criticize it, but like Overwatch
That's
has
alright.
issues, but at least I feel like the mentality was somewhat correct. Like they would only add heroes and maps after rigorous play testing to the game, whereas in Siege they didn't even understand the map design like and what worked and what didn't to the point where like they've remade well, so first of all, funny enough, there's like how many maps in the game? Like 20 something, 20, 15, or somewhere in the late high teens, right? There's a lot of maps, and like what fucking 3 of them are played competitively because the pros just hate all the other ones and refuse to play them.
In Siege,
Yeah.
there's like a 7 map competitive pool right now. It's about to get a bit smaller because they're looking at the reworked maps and considering adding them, but they're also taking out Coastline, which... Can we just talk about how shit of a map Coastline is and people still like it?
Man, I feel like the opinions on the maps change so frequently too. But it might be the community.
Change with
I
the
don't
meta.
know. Yeah, it changes with the meta as well. That's also a fair point. But like the point is, they've created a bunch of maps for the game, and like less than half of them are competitive, and like remake those maps to try to make them more competitive, and then the pros still don't like the remade versions, which is hilarious to me. That's like
Yeah, because the maps are that bad.
well, no, like they literally go back to the drawing board and start from scratch. There's nothing about the new Hereford base that is like even remotely similar to the old one, except that there's an outside and a building, and like
And it's
called
somehow even worse.
and yeah,
than
and they
the
somehow
original.
made it even worse. Like they just I don't know what they're thinking. Like either that's incompetence or that's like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, and it just didn't pan out. But god damn. So I feel like that Siege has that sort of problem and like the map problem and basically every element of it. Like it's just either incompetence or it's just they don't give a shit. So I
Could
don't
be
know.
both.
I stopped playing that because of that reason. But I will give you this: Shooty McTooty, real fun in that game. So
Yeah.
and if the sandbox wasn't so saturated at this point, I would still think that it's really fun to use all the gadgets and the general gameplay is like super fun. So I understand why people still like the game. So no judgment, but that's my hot fucking flaming take on Rainbow Six Siege.
Hell yeah.
Sorry to derail the podcast for that. I felt like I just went on like a cursed rant.
A little bit, but it needed to be said, I guess.
I'm sorry. I feel like that was wild. How long have we been recording for?
Fuck if I know. I don't have the timer up.
Here, let me check. An hour and 17 minutes. All right, so I think now's a decent-ish time to start
Start
winding
wrapping
down.
it up.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to get off your chest? Any subjects you want to get off your chest?
No,
No, not really.
actually, no, I have one.
All right, what topic do you want to get off your chest, buddy?
Big soup, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you guys have any parting words and or follow me here, follow me there's to say?
If more people play the For Honor video game, I think that would be a good thing. But other than that, no, I'm not plugging any of my socials. Fuck you.
Okay. Okay, so Bass's parting words. Play For Honor, goodbye.
Yeah, play For Honor, get fucked.
All right. Squaws, what are your parting words?
I already said 'em.
Oh yeah, big soup you up. Okay, my parting words are watch Whiplash and wear your seatbelt.